Hey everyone, it's Rye1940 here, and today we're taking a look at sea power naval combat in the Missile Age. This is going to be another surface warfare tutorial, but what's different than the last one is you guys wanted to see a larger ship-to-ship combat sort of scenario where we're going against more capable enemies with, and also with using bigger ships. So someone pointed out that we can use the Volga Exercise scenario. And I didn't realize what that was because every time I looked at the description for the mission it just said missing text, and so I just never bothered to open it up. So apparently in this one we've got the New Jersey and the Yorktown, and we're simply going to go against two other Soviet ships. Now I'm going to spoil it. It's going to be a Kirov class and a Sovremeny class, so a cruiser and a destroyer. I'm going to play it as if I don't know what they are, and I'm just going to go about it that way until we get proof to see what's what, basically, okay? I think we'll just make this one giant episode, so I'm really sorry for the guys that wanted to see this in 15-minute chunks, but it's truly difficult to cut up a scenario like this because it takes a lot of time with the transits, and I never know exactly what's going to happen, so I don't know a lot of times when I'm going to end and pick up the next episode. So with that in mind, we'll just make this all one gigantic video. Now let's get started here. Just like the ASW one, I like to take a look at all my capabilities, sensors, and weapons, and take account for that, and that'll kind of help us make decisions on what we're going to do with our EMCON state, okay? So we've got here the star of the show, the New Jersey. Unfortunately, New Jersey has these amazing guns, but we don't have any anti-aircraft missiles, so we've got to rely on Force Sea-Whiz. We do have the Yorktown, which we'll take a look at next, and that's got a very capable air defense system, so we are covered there, but we just got to be mindful that this guy can't really defend itself from missile attacks. We've got the Sea-Whiz, but you can't really rely on that stuff. That's just like a last-minute thing, and these 5 inches, trying to go against supersonic missiles, it's going to be super rare if they can down anything, okay? In terms of the surface weapons, surface weapons, we've got RGM 109 Bravo and 109 Charlie. So what is that? That is the Tomahawk. 109 Bravos are the Tomahawk anti-ship missiles, or TASMs is what we call them. And the 109 Charlies are the Tomahawk land attack missile, which is the TLAMs. And of course, everyone knows by now the RGM 84s are the Harpoon missiles. We've got 16 Harpoons. We've got only 8 Tomahawk anti-ship missiles, but we've got 24 Tomahawk land attack missiles. Doesn't do us a lot of good in this scenario because we're going against ships, but you guys have told me in other comments on some other videos that we could actually use the Tomahawk land attack missiles as decoys in the game. Actually, the ships in the game will react to them as if they're under threat, and they'll actually shoot at them. And I never thought to use the missiles that way because I always just guessed the game was kind of just going to cheat and know that those missiles weren't a threat to them. So it's really cool they didn't model it that way, and they made it so that the ships actually don't know what's being shot at them and acts accordingly and tries to shoot it down. So thank you to you guys out there who gave me that little tip, because we're going to try that today. We'll see how successful it is. I think it's a really cool tactic to take a look at. Okay, so that covers the New Jersey. We've got, right now we're not radiating anything, so we're all quiet. Now let's go look at Yorktown. So this is a Ticonderoga class cruiser. It's got the Aegis Spy 1 radar, which is these little panels here. I'll say little, but they're actually pretty big in real life. So it's a phased array radar. You can see all around you all the time. We've got 2 Sea-Whiz. We've got the large launchers here for SM-2s, and those SM-2s have a range of 40 nautical miles. So this is the air defense top dog for the U.S. Navy in this game. Luckily, we've got her to cover the New Jersey, and I talked about in another video in the past about having the missile sponge, or the radar and air defense picket, so we're going to do that with the Yorktown. We're going to have to push her out away from New Jersey, and she's going to look ahead and cover us in case the New Jersey gets attacked. So to do that, we'll go to formations. It's one of the things I want to take care of now. You can pull this thing out and see the range changes, and it goes up to like 200 nautical miles, so that's super cool. If you ever looked at formations and pictures online, they're really close together, and in real life it's not like that. They only do that for like photo X's to make things really pretty, for the camera, but a lot of times ships are spread out pretty far. Okay, so for us today, we're just going to bring it out to 20 nautical miles. So I want Yorktown to be up on the head here, up ahead 20 nautical miles. So you're going to see Yorktown speed up. And one thing about the formation stuff that I think you guys should consider if you don't know, sometimes it's kind of frustrating where you tell the guy to move and you don't really see, like, from the center of the formation that this guy's truly moving. Sometimes that is because your speed is say you set the formation to flank speed, and then you told this guy to come up ahead. He's going to go to flank, but if the formation's already at flank, there's no relative difference because he can't magically be faster than flank speed. You know, he's got the same speed limitations as all of us. So we need to consider that, and we need to make sure the formation speed is pretty slow so he can get up to the sector he needs to be in relatively quickly. Now imagine if we were set to full speed and I told him to go up to that sector. He's going to go up to flank, but because we're at full speed, he's not going to overtake us that much, so it's going to be slow going to get all the way over there, right? Because he's maybe going 5 knots faster than us or a couple knots faster than us. So think about that when you set formation changes and the speed that the formation's at. Obviously, if we go even slower, if I set this to 1/3 and he's going flank, he's going to get up there in no time, okay? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to let him, we're going to slow down the New Jersey so Yorktown can get up to that spot and be our picket. So I want him all the way up there because when you, if we remember the SM2 range for the Yorktown is going to be 40 nautical miles. Now if I set him 20 nautical miles ahead of New Jersey, I can shoot down incoming missiles from 60 nautical miles from the New Jersey, right? So that's great. So it gives us a lot of time to defend New Jersey. I can't put him too far forward because say if I put him 40 nautical miles ahead of New Jersey, then New Jersey has no coverage. There's no missile coverage like overlapping like an umbrella. So 20 is good. We just have to be mindful that if threats come around the sides and stuff, we'll need to position Yorktown accordingly. And that's that. Let's take a look at our airplanes here. We've got a couple P3s we need to babysit. We'll set the altitude to 25,000, and I'm going to turn the radar on. Surface search. Turn to the other guy. And altitude. So the planes in this game, I think if they go over 20,000 feet, they get an efficiency bonus for fuel economy, so they can last longer. And also kind of generally speaking, radar ranges increase as you gain altitude, so obviously there's a limit to that, but generally that's the case until you hit the limit. I see some helicopters here. Now, helicopters popping up out of nowhere are always suspect, right? Okay. A random helicopter in the ocean to me is telling me that there is an enemy ship that's probably around here. The idea that these guys just popped up together and they're all going the same direction, same speed. I see a helicopter. We'll take a look. We'll get closer. Okay, that's a hostile helicopter, so now I'm guessing that this is going to be a hostile set of ships here, but we'll close it. We'll figure it out. We do have to watch out the Soviet ships. I think the max missile range is the S-300 equivalent. I forget the name, but it's 50 nautical miles, so we can't get too close, depending on what that is. So a couple of helicopters here. I'm pretty confident this is going to be some sort of warship. Okay, this guy's going to patrol out here. We'll see what's happening. Yeah, Yorktown's at flank speed trying to go up ahead. We're going to also set our flight deck. Set that to ferry. And we'll launch. Let's launch the other one. Okay. You guys actually told me about a thing that I didn't know, so thank you guys. I can hit the F10 menu, and then we get this UI here. I can kind of click this and move it around. If we go to menu here, under tools, drop tanks in combat is default to green, so it's on. We can click that off, and it says keep tanks in combat. So now my helicopters are not going to drop their tanks when they go VID ships, so thank you guys for telling me that. I hope that kind of somehow makes its way into the game without being in the debug menu, because that'd be a cool thing for the user to just kind of dictate to the helicopter. when they're VIDing, they really don't need to drop tanks because that's not necessarily going to be a combat action on their behalf. And if you're just simply flying by a dhow or a fishing trawler or something, there's no need to drop your fuel tanks, right? So he's going to take off. We're going to launch another one. We're going to have one helicopter kind of search up this way and then search up this way with the other one. Pretty confident, though, as we get closer here, that we're going to see that this is hostile. I mean, there's no... It'd be really coincidental that there's a KA-27 flying around these two guys, okay? And them being like merchant ships that are magically going the same speed with each other in close proximity. So we'll let the P3 do its thing here. Yorktown, let's speed this up. Okay, launch the helicopters. Alright. I think we got word that there was a hostile ship out there. Okay. So, searching around like that. Really, you can get all crazy and look up different like search patterns. I'm just kind of random. I'm generally going this way. I want to see them scan that way, scan that way, scan that way, that kind of thing. So we should turn our surface search radar on. We should also change the altitude to go higher so we can see a little further, yeah? Alright, zoom out here. Let's do the same thing. Sensor surface search radar on, and we will set our altitude to 6,000 feet. Okay, so that is the Sovereignty class. Let's take a look at the unit reference. There we go. SAN 7. So 13.5 is the surface-to-air missile range. SSN 22, the Sunburns, have a range of 135 nautical miles. Okay. And the other stuff here is anti-submarine stuff and the gun. We don't care about the Seaways. We don't care about 150 kilometers for the range. I really wish with this sensor references and things like that and weapons stuff that you can pick it as a user if you want to see it in metric or imperial, because the U.S. Navy standard is to look at ranges for sensors and weapons to be in thousands of yards, and then on the map we would use nautical miles. Right here it's got 20 kilometers, but when you pull things out they show up in nautical miles, so everything is just different and there needs to be consistency there, and I hope that we get the ability to pick if we want metric and it be consistent, and also see an imperial selection for the user if they want to see it that way. If this was in thousands of yards, it's kind of easy to convert that to nautical miles. That's why we do it in the Navy. It's roughly 2,000 2,000 yards is equal to 1 nautical mile. It's pretty close to it. Okay. That said, hold on, let's take one more look at this. 135, I think it was 135, and the other was 12.5 for the SAMs. I'm going to draw some circles around here because I like in this game that you can pull out some circles, and I don't know if we can. Yeah, we can't lock it on there. Okay. So 135. Okay, yeah, that's good enough for now. We can also adjust it. There we go. It's good. And then we also want to pull out 12.5. Okay, so this is the range that my P3s cannot go in, or helicopters can't go in if they don't. You know, if they do, they'll get shot down. This is the range of the SSN 22s, the Sunburns. So they outrange the Harpoons, so we got to be mindful of that. And we just got to figure out what the second contact is. It's pretty large, so we'll get the P3 going over there. Hopefully, figures that out. Now we have the TU-95, the RT version, which has got this giant thing's called the Big Bulge radar. Let's take a look here. Surface search radar. Yeah, Big Bulge. This has a range of 480 kilometers, so that's roughly 300 nautical miles or so. So we got to think about us being within 300 nautical miles to really start to worry about coming out of EMCON if we might be detected. One of the things I like to do is you can go ahead and go to information. And so right now we see that the P3s have detected the aircraft with their ESM suite. This can change if the ships start to detect it as well, then it'll pop up. So I like to keep this window open right now. I don't care for the formation thing right now. We'll leave this open, we'll just monitor it. So if I see the Yorktown and the New Jersey have this contact with ESM, then I can suspect that we've been painted with the radar and that it's possible that this plane could have seen us and, you know, broadcasted our position to the surface guys over here. Another circle I'd like to make. We can do it now or do it later, but pull out 65. Okay, that's good. Roughly around there. This is going to be our harpoon range, so if we get within this circle, we can fire harpoons at Sub Remini. And that'll be it for now. I think we'll let the helicopters fly around. We'll let the Yorktown get on station. She's still only 7 miles ahead of the New Jersey. Speed this up a bit. And I'll pick up the video when... Oh, hold on. Okay, we both know that... See, they're both hostile there. Okay. Well, I was gonna pause the video and pick it up, but we got to the point where we're... See, now you can see the Yorktown has detected the bear, and it's at 170 nautical miles. We're gonna keep speeding this up. Oh boy. Okay, so we've got... if you were to try and go faster and you can't go beyond 10, it's likely that something bad is happening. If you fired a missile, you can't go faster than 10x for the time compression, and it's likely that we've been fired at because ESM sensor detected radar transmissions from the Tu-95 around 170 nautical miles or so, and well, all of a sudden we can't go faster with the time compression, so I'm gonna guess that we're taking a missile, but we're just not gonna react to that yet, okay? We'll see how close this guy gets, and eventually we're gonna have to go out of EMCON. I mean, we could really do it right now just because we know we've been painted, so the enemy should know where we're at. Sometimes it's kind of crazy. I've played this scenario so many times I like to see what the outcomes would be from certain actions, because I want to be able to tell you, if you do this, this is how in this game that's going to play out. And I don't want to just guess that. I want to know for sure from doing it a bunch of times that that's usually how it goes. I've played this many times where I've turned on my radar instantly and we get shot at immediately from the ship that's over here. And I've played it also where I stay at EMCON for the longest time. Oh, you know what? I don't know what happened here. It might have been that one of the... if this plane got too close to whatever the ship is... Oh, it's a Kirov, yeah. So, okay, we can say it's a Kirov now. We know in-game that that's what that is. Kirov has... let's take a look at the unit reference here. This guy can shoot 13.5 nautical miles. Not too worried about that one. Oops, this is not what I want. Where is the missile cruiser? There we go. Alright, so for the Kirov, yeah, there we go. 50 nautical miles. Okay, so I want to draw a 50 nautical mile bubble outside this thing. And then I'll know that I can't put my P3 within that range. And then we can draw another 65 nautical mile bubble around the Kirov, but they're so close to each other that I'm just going to use the one that's on Remini. And the biggest weapon this guy's got is the shipwreck missiles. Okay, these go 378 nautical miles, and we are... Let's see. So we are within range. right now of those missiles. But we'll stay at EMCON. Because I don't think we've been detected.
New air contact detected.
This is what's crazy about this game.
Contact faded. Track.
We've got the detections on the ESM for that. Hold on, I gotta take care of the SAM stuff here. Pull out 50 nautical miles. So what's cool about, you can click these range circles onto units and it just follows them around, so you don't have to keep adjusting it. You just know if I stay outside of that bubble, I'm safe. So the first inner bubble there is the SAMs on the Sovereignty, 12.5 nautical miles. Second bubble is the S-300 equivalent missiles that are on Kirov, 50-mile mark, and 64 or 65 nautical mile mark is the harpoon missile range. So we gotta be in this bubble to be able to shoot at these guys with our harpoons. Our TASMs can go, I think, 230 something miles or 240 miles, but we only got 8 of those. Okay. All right, so I've played it where this Tu-95 is actually going to get pretty close to us, and it appears that it won't see us, even though we're picking up ESM stuff from it. So, not sure why that's happening. Well, let's speed this up and watch. Okay, everybody's on weapons tight. We're at EMCON. Okay. Let's see how close this guy gets. 40 nautical miles. 35. 30. Okay. 28 nautical miles. Okay, so point of closest approach, CPA, was about 28 nautical miles. He's opening now. We're still able to do time compression. That's kind of like an easy check to know if missiles are in the air. It's kind of a cheat, but you know, this is a single player game, and I like to use that kind of. You're always curious about the behavior of the games and how units detect us and how they react to that. So this is telling me their reaction. They must not have seen us because nobody shot at us. Surely we're within range of the shipwreck missiles, and we can still time compress, so we're not at risk of being shot at. By now this guy's got his back to us, and I don't think that he's going to find us anymore. We've got a new contact here we need to take a look at. This is 5 knots. And so it's kind of slow. It might be a trawler or like a fishing boat or something like that. It's really, it says semi-small, so it might be some sort of like, I don't know, fishing boat kind of size. We can get, let's get our helicopter over there to take a look at it. Alright. So the helicopter's going to go take a look at it, and it's going to not drop its tanks. That's amazing. Alright, and we can just speed this up. All I really care about is making sure my P3s don't get shot down, just circle around these contacts. Tu-95 is going away. I played a scenario just like this where the Tu-95 didn't detect me, and I don't know if that's because I was going slow or what, because I have the formation of the New Jersey going like 1/3. But he closed within like 30 nautical miles and didn't do anything, so that's just pretty wild. Okay.
Roger, turn 314.
I wanted to head that way and go check that trawler out. I don't know why he didn't. Okay, we'll have the P3 just circle around, I guess. I just want the radar coverage for the hostile ships here. Okay. I guess the helicopters ran out of fuel, so we'll just take the P3 down there to go ahead and look for the trawler. Oh boy. This is why we have these circles here. Okay. So if you want to know how to do different waypoints or keep them going like that, just hold down the shift button and just keep right clicking and you can pile on the waypoints. You could also do this for like multiple sonobuoy drops and that kind of stuff. Okay, so there we go. Don't want him to get shot down. Speed this up. Okay. You know, maybe he should be lower in altitude to try and find that guy. I worry that the contact is just so small that us being at altitude is affecting its range. It's last seen around here. Okay. This also happens too. I've played through it where the Sovereignty class just kind of gets stuck and there's always a helicopter just sat on deck not doing anything. I don't know what causes that. If I was to shoot at this thing, it would be able to defend itself. It just won't move around, and then after some time through some engagements, then it starts to just run away. But right now it'll stay like this forever. Until it gets shot at or potentially hit. So Kirov, unfortunately, is going to leave its escort because it's kind of bugged or something. There we go. I need to mark this guy. In case I lose him again, we'll have this plane just do a VID on it. Oh, that's so cool. It was classified as a merchant, and then I think as we get closer we see it's one of those spy trawler boats. Pretty cool. So, we can go ahead and shoot at it. I think we'll use a harpoon because we're only 80 nautical miles away. We can also speed up now. Oh, the downside of doing the circles just on Sovereignty for the area, for the harpoon is like, no, that's not going to work. We'll have to make another one when we get in range, when we think we're closer. Okay, I kind of just want this guy to stay on him. Keep an eye on him because we're gonna close within 65 nautical miles, then we're gonna start shooting harpoons at him. We only need, that's such a small boat that one harpoon's gonna do it. Yeah, 726 tons, that thing is gone. We're getting pretty close here. Alright. Okay, there's a lot of babysitting of the planes here because I don't want this one to get shot down. It's important that it stays alive. Alright, 65 nautical miles, here we go. Engage with harpoon, single shot. Okay. So, like I said, 10x is the max you can go with a missile. It's kind of a cheating way that you can tell that you've been shot at. It is kind of good for, a lot of times I use it to try and just figure out behavior responses, so I do like that. A lot of times, though, I do wish we can just go faster. The TASMs especially, they fly a long amount of time, and so we'll see that, unfortunately. Alright. There she is. As far as I know, she's got no weapons, so it's gonna be lights out. Oh man. Perfect. That boat is done. We don't have to worry about her. Put this up. Alright, the AGI is dead. Let's take a look at New Jersey's TASM range. 243 nautical miles. So, we're getting pretty close to that range. What we're going to do is, you guys have told me in the comments we can use some TLAMs at this vessel, and they will react as if they're hostile missiles, and they won't be able to tell that they're not anti-ship missiles, so that's really cool. We'll fire a bunch of those TLAMs kind of as decoys, and then at the end we'll have the TASMs go out the Kirov. So I'm going to fire just all 8 TASMs, hopefully with a swarm of a lot of TLAMs that will get some hits on the Kirov. Alright, we got 230 miles. Let's close the range a bit. I can't go any faster than that. Okay, so let's, oops. 35, I think, was that range. Okay, let's pause this so we can, well, trying to imagine. Okay, we'll do 8 for sure for the TASMs, but we don't want to do that first. We'll fire off, let's see here, 8 and 8. Okay, yeah, I guess we'll do that. So, TLAMs won't let you pick the ship, so all you gotta do simply is just point it behind it.
Roger that.
Okay. And we'll wait for that salvo to fire before we start firing off the actual TASMs. Oh, sorry. So we should count this down until we get to 8, and then we'll fire off the. I guess we can do it kind of now, so there's a little mix here going. All right. It's a lot of missiles. I just love that you can do this in this game. It's so cool. I absolutely love it. This game's awesome. Look at that. Look at this massive swarm of missiles. So all these are decoys except for the 8 TASMs that we fired at the end there. So you see all the decoys. They're going to use up a lot of anti-air missiles. And then hopefully this wave actually gets through. Now we have to wait for the 10x time speed to get to Kirov. It's going to be a while. Well, as that happens, we're still going to close the range.
Contact faded. Track. Turn to course. 0, 5.
Try to close into this range here.
0, 6, 4. Hell my.
Actually, I should start putting a range ring around the Kirov. Oops. 65. That's what we want to know. That's good. All right. So if we get Jersey into here, we can fire harpoons at Kirov.
Turn to course. 0, 6. Turn to course. 0, 6, 9.
So Remedy just seems stuck again. This happened the other time I played as well. It seems to only happen when I don't get shot at. Other scenarios where I turn my radars on or whatever and I get shot at instantly, these stay together, these ships. So using the decoys is especially important in that case because you've got to overwhelm both these air defense systems. Right now, so Remedy's not going to be able to cover Kirov because this is the bubble for the SAMs it's got. So my plan here is to take, we'll have to assess after this pulse is over if we need to reattack. If Kirov is substantially hit, because let's just say it was, it wasted a lot of SAMs on the TLAMs, and most of the Tomahawk anti-ship missiles got through, then I think 8 of those hitting Kirov are going to really mess it up, potentially sinking it. I think anything less than that it's unlikely that Kirov's going to be sunk, so we might have to come through, launch a few harpoons at it. But at that point, if it is heavily damaged, it's just not sunk yet, we'll just make an assessment of what we think its capabilities are left. Because if it doesn't have any air defense left, then I'm just going to bypass her and go after the Remedy, because this one won't have had any damage to it from this pulse, so we'll have to destroy that ship afterwards and then go back to finish the Kirov off. Okay, look at this. So we got 3x time just to speed things up a bit. Well, yeah, look at all those missiles she's firing off. Let's take a look at the TLAMs here cruising on by. So it is taking the bait. That's pretty neat. This is pretty awesome. They're just passing the Kirov. Oh man, that is so cool. This missile's going everywhere. This is awesome. Okay. Oh man, a lot of the TASMs here are kind of... I don't know if they'll get through. Still a few... okay, let's take a look. We're getting pretty close. Okay, I got one hit. That one was spoofed or something. Okay, she's gone dead in the water. She slowed down. Speeding up now, okay. Alright, she's still able to shoot her anti-aircraft missiles at her. We'll see if we get within range of Remedy to waste some missiles for them. Now this is a problem with this tactic is once we get out of range we can only max out at 10, and these TLAMs are going to go 900 nautical miles, and it's only after they run out of fuel and crash then we can speed the time up again. So that's kind of what sucks about using this this method. If none of these get, you know, if all these guys survive, because oh no, yeah, I don't think Remedy's going to engage them. Maybe she will. Yeah, she is. Okay, that's pretty neat. These guys are wasting their missiles on these decoys. Firing a bunch of them. Yeah, to be honest, I think the AI should be smarter. You see these missiles kind of just going past. I don't know that you would want to waste your precious air defense missiles on something like that. Yeah, especially if they know that there's no other friendly forces behind it, there would be no need to shoot this down. And I don't think any of these missiles back then at that time could do pre-planned flights. Maybe the TLAMs could. I don't know. Alright, we gotta unfortunately wait for these guys to fly 900 nautical miles now. Oh, P3, get out of the way. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to do is just close within harpoon range. We'll have to finish off the Kirov. Kirov only took a hit to the nose there. I think a lot of systems are still intact, so this is going to be a little tougher.
New air contact detected. New air contact detected. Track 7100 is classified. Hostile helo.
It's kind of hard to time that when you're launching all those TLAMs, launching the TASMs. I think I launched them too late, even though the TLAMs are still launching. So there was that sort of gap, and that left those TASMs exposed. Okay, this P3 I can just change the altitude. Just kind of circle around everywhere. Oh boy, let's move that out of there. Yeah, so Remedi's still stuck. Go to full speed.
Contact faded. Track. New air. Contact faded. Track.
This one is going to be kind of tricky because I don't know if Kirov is so we can take a look here. The problem that we're going to have is trying to engage Kirov without getting Sovremeny involved. Okay, this is the range of the Sunburn. This 135 I think is what it was. Yep. So if Kirov can keep moving and push the harpoon range circle out of here, we can get within harpoon range and know that we're safe from if Kirov was able to figure out where we're at, Sovremeny won't be able to help. Still, if Kirov knows where we're at when we fire, it's going to be crazy dangerous because we'll be within pretty short range of those shipwreck missiles. Oh gosh, those missiles are still going. I think around here they start to fall out of the sky. Oh no. The game crashed? Oh, okay.
Contact faded. Track.
I don't think it likes me watching the missiles there.
Hostile air contacts detected. Track 7112 is classified. Hostile helo. Contact faded. Track.
Let's see here, we're gonna have to also watch this P3 from getting too close here in the bubbles.
New contact faded. Track 7.
Hopefully these guys die soon. 600 miles.
New air contact detected. New contact faded. Track 7115 is classified. Hostile contact faded. Track.
Okay, I think this Sovremeny bug is saving us because soon the Kirov's going to be pushing that harpoon range out of that bubble.
New contact faded. Track.
I really wish we had the later block models of the harpoon. You could give it waypoints, and then you could also tell it, if you ever played Dangerous Waters in that game, it's pretty cool what you can do with the harpoon there. You can have a bunch of harpoons fly out, say like this direction, then come up this way, and come up towards the Kirov this way, and then you can have other harpoons come up this way, come to the Kirov, and come down this way. And if you time it just right, and you can tell it when to start looking for a target, so that way you don't have to worry about picking up the wrong target if you have good targeting information. You can say, all right, start your search here, and then end your search here, and then after that, don't try to kill anything. You can avoid hitting friendly ships and merchants that way. But yeah, that's a later block. I don't know when they came out. I don't know if they came out later in the 80s or if that was a 90s thing, but that stuff's pretty cool. Oh boy. What's going on here? This P3 is almost gonna die. Alright. Those missiles, those T-LAMs, the decoys, they're going so far away. I really can't wait till they just disappear so we can speed everything up here and finish the scenario. We're still at EMCON. I mean, this is amazing. The Tu-95 not finding us was a really good break. Do I see some missiles disappearing? Nope. Oh, yeah. Yep, they are. Sweet. Come on. There we go. Nice. Alright, so now we can go faster than 10x.
New surface contact detected. Track 712.
Okay.
Is classified. Hostile warship.
They're really tracking this plane, I think. Kirov is sailing at a normal speed, doesn't appear to be damaged. Alright, let's figure out what we want to do here. We've got 8 T-LAMs, 16 harpoons, and we've got 8 more harpoons on the Yorktown. Once those are gone, we don't have much, and we've got 2 ships we've got to kill still. This is difficult. I think if we were to play this, maybe like in a dynamic campaign where this was a battle that just occurred, I would be happy if we sunk the Kirov and maybe damaged the Sovremeny. So we'll shoot for that. We've got 8 of these decoys. 8 of the decoys, maybe 8 of the harpoons from New Jersey, and 4 from the Yorktown. Yeah, we'll just split it in half. Hopefully that's enough to damage the Kirov and severely damage it. Okay, I need to also put a little safety bubble here. 12.5. Yeah, 13's good. Man.
Contact faded. Contact faded. Track.
We can try to...
New air. Contact detected.
Yeah, I really want to bag this guy, and then
40.
hopefully we've got enough missiles to finish off Sovereignty, but they just have such great air defense, so we'll have to spend a lot of missiles basically to get through.
4-2 is classified. Hostile helo. Contact faded. Track.
It's pretty unfortunate what happened with our TASM TLAM decoy expedition. Or another thing to consider, the TLAMs I think go 550 and the harpoons are a little slower, they go 540, so over longer distances they'll start to spread out from each other, but I think probably alright for 65 nautical miles. Okay, Yorktown's going to be in range soon. I think we're going to split these guys up. Actually, no, we won't do that. We'll drag the waypoint over here. Get these guys sped up to flank speed. So Yorktown's going to kind of be not in the right spot, but that's okay. I just want both of them to be within harpoon range so we can start this attack on Kirov. We want to make sure we've got P3s around watching the Kirov and the Sovereignty. Okay, we're getting pretty close here.
Contact detected. Track 7158 is classified. Hostile helo. New air. Contact detected. Track 715. Contact faded. Track contact
okay.
faded. Track.
We do have to be careful about the air defense, or the Kirov knowing where we're at from their helicopters, so we're gonna have to eventually turn on our air defense systems and start firing. We'll have to stay off. We'll have to stay away from the Sovereignty outside this circle here. Okay, let's fire. Actually, we'll start with the New Jersey because they're the outboard ship. We want to do 8 of the TLAMs. Yeah, we'll do 8 TLAMs. Well, maybe we should do, yeah, we'll do 4, split it up. So 4, 8, and 4. Oh no, this is going to be a hard one to crack.
We'll go.
1, 2, 3. Let's get these guys going. Okay. 2, 4. Well, we've got 7. Yeah, we'll do 4 and 3 on the other guy. Wait till these missiles kind of get close, and then we'll pick up the launches.
Bulldog away. Track 7003. Bulldog away. Track 700.
All right, let's see how this plays out. Yeah, we got some helicopters around, so it's getting pretty dangerous, because if Kirov's helicopters spot us, then they're going to fire at us. I'm not... I feel like they should see us at this range.
Track 7163 is classified. Hostile.
Oh man.
Vampire.
Yeah, there they go.
1. Birds away, track 7-1. Air search on. Radar eye. Surface search on. Radar eye.
Kirov is fired at least one. I don't know if other... Oh man, this is great news. It looks like this might be a 1-for-1 exchange here. Hopefully we can get these vampires shot down. But it looks like some of these launchers were damaged. There's not a lot of SAMs being fired at it. The missile barrage here. There's a lot to keep track of. We gotta watch this counterfire. Yeah, that helicopter got pretty close before we needed to kill it. It's interesting. Come on, harpoons. Okay. These are getting pretty close. I don't know, there's a couple more left. Oh, one's gonna get through and oh, that's just sunk. Well, that was pretty crazy. We lost the Yorktown to one of the final SSN-19s got through at the end there. That sucked. That was really close. That helicopter was 20 nautical miles out before we got some sort of response from Kirov. So I think Kirov's kind of done. We can
turn to course 049.
As long as we stay inside this range, should be able to...
Flooding beyond control.
Oh,
Abandoning ship.
Kirov's dead. Sorry, Yorktown.
Contact faded. Contact.
Right, New Jersey's still at EMCON, so we still got a chance here. Kirov's now out of the fight. We can close within 65.
New air contact detected. Track 7174. Contact faded.
Let's put that as a marker.
Contact faded. Track.
Okay.
New air contact detected.
Fortunately...
Track 7176.
Oh, man.
Classified. Hostile.
We gotta watch out for these helicopters. We need to get within harpoon range. Let's go to flank. Oh, we're gonna get spotted here with this helicopter. Say weapons free. Let's just shoot this helicopter down with 5-inch. Oh, where are we out here? Oh man. That'd be pretty funny if we were able to catch him. We just gotta kill this helicopter or have it get out of the way. If it's not tracking us, then Remini won't be able to do anything when we're in this bubble here. Okay, we'll let that go.
New air contact detected.
Oh, this helicopter's gonna catch a couple rounds here. There's the Iowa, or the New Jersey. See the rounds exploding everywhere.
Contact detected. Contact faded. Track.
Man, that is close. There we go. Nice.
7-1.
All right. Things are looking up. Things are looking up.
Air. Contact detected.
It's going to get super dangerous, though, because if this helicopter sees us,
2 is classified. Hostile helo.
you know, we might have to come this way first and try to
Contact faded.
get the helicopter knocked out before we get in this range.
Faded. Track. New air. Contact detected. Track 7184 is classified. Hostile helo. Contact faded. Track. New air.
You know, I'm kind of thinking I could bait some shots from Sovereignty, dipping into this range and just pulling out of it, making sure we're shot at. I don't know. Just whatever. We have to kill this thing because it's. All right, let's get away from this. It doesn't seem to keep moving near us, so. All right, let's see here. This stuff drives me crazy. I wish, you know, that wouldn't just keep saying that over and over again. Oh, this ship is just stuck again. I don't know why that happens. Oh, it just stayed stuck. Never mind. I'm sorry. Hopefully we can just sprint into harpoon range. I don't think 8 harpoons is going to do it, though. And it just might be it for the scenario. If we can damage them to the point where they're not going to fire their sunburn missiles at us, then we can we could finish them with the guns, which will be super cool. But I don't think we have to get a couple hits to land, and just 8 missiles. I don't think it's going to do it for this type of ship. This is the craziest thing. I wish they would stop it from happening. This is also what's keeping us from going beyond 30x for the time compression, so this is taking forever. I just do a straight shot here. Let's close the range to get an engagement range. Once again, we're still at EMCON, so it's pretty wild. They don't know that we're here. I think we were detected when a helicopter got within 20 nautical miles or so of us, so we might be safe right here. We're certainly not going to be safe if we turn our radar on at this point. I almost wish you could reject a track and just kind of ignore it, filter it out. Oh, I did that on accident. Disband formation. Let's go around here on the backside of Ceremony just to see what they're doing. We're almost in range. Thank goodness. 30 more miles. Okay. I think it's about time we hit the options. Turn the voices off. There we go. Accept. Sucks because I do like voice reports because I don't pay attention to a lot of things, and hearing the voices will you know, trigger my brain to be like, hey, you got to respond to this, what's going on. Okay, getting closer. If one of those 8 missiles damages them enough where we can follow through with some 16-inch fire, I would be very happy. But to use those guns, we've got to get within, I think, 20 nautical miles. So we got to get pretty close. We have to know for sure that they're not going to be able to fire at us because they will see us on the horizon at that point. And if they have missiles that work, we're going to be done. We've got 4 Seaways, but really you can only use two at a time because they're usually trying to broadside. So the other guns on the other side aren't going to be able to be used. Alright, 10 more miles. Okay. Let's keep getting closer. I want to do a salvo 8 on this guy. So he's going to close final bit. Very good. Here we go. Nice. Alright, let's just try to intercept him, I guess. We'll go for broke here. Here we go. Alright. She's not moving, but she is firing. See how she fares. I think we might get lucky. I don't think this missile system can react. No, all of them got shot down. Well. Yeah, we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way, I guess. Flank speed with guns. Here we go. Oh, man. This is not gonna end good for the New Jersey. Wonder what was fired that's making the thing go 10x if we weren't shot at. Unless this guy shot at something else. We're getting pretty close here. This is wild. I think we're gonna get shot at before we get to use our guns. We'll see. Okay, let's see it go. If we can get a good salvo in quickly, we might have a chance. Oh, this never stayed on. Okay. Attach. There it is. Yeah, eventually there's going to be a very strong response to this. Okay. New Jersey's coming outside for broadside. Oh man. Oh my. Oh man. Oh, that was amazing. One hit. Took her out. Oh man. It's not sinking though. What's going on here? Let's speed this up. Okay, she's slowly sinking. Alright. Well, that was incredible. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Where to even begin? Thank you guys for the tips and stuff on using the F10 menu for the drop tanks, not to have the helicopters release them while I'm doing my searches and VIDs, so thank you very much for that. Thank you for the cool TLAM tip for the decoy usage. That was pretty funny. That's really neat that that works in the game. I'm happy to see that. That's so cool. Unfortunately, man, we mistimed the TASMs and the TLAMs, so we had to close within harpoon range to get the Kirov. Fortunately, Kirov was able to figure out what was going on when we came across a helicopter. We got pretty close being at EMCON, but that helicopter dimed us out around 20 nautical miles from the Yorktown. Didn't see the Iowa or the New Jersey, thankfully. So Kirov was sunk in exchange from our harpoons that came from the New Jersey and also the Yorktown. But the Yorktown at the very last, I think the very last SSN-21, shot down many of them. The final one was just too much. Got through, one hit, killed the Yorktown. So we got a 1-for-1 exchange there. And New Jersey, well, we got... I just don't know what to say. We got really lucky that something's going on with this this ship. It just didn't drive around, and I noticed that in a few playthroughs where I don't attack the Tu-95, if I do attack it or if I do turn my radars on, I don't think I ever see the Submarine act this way. So I don't know what triggers that, but maybe I don't know. Just don't know. We got really lucky. We were able to shoot down a helicopter that was, I think, not looking for us, but just reporting on anything in the area, and we got to kill it with some 5-inch, which was really cool. That allowed us to get away from this other helicopter, come down this way, At this point, we were in a missile danger area, but we were able to close even further for a harpoon salvo. It was the final. It was 8 missiles. None of them got through. So that should tell you guys you got to use a lot of missiles for these surface combatants. It's different if there's multiple ships. If there was 8 fired at Severny and 8 at the Kirov at the same time, it's just 16 missiles. I think there's a chance per ship that missiles get through just because there's just generally more, even though they might split the workload evenly. I'm not sure. I think at that point some missiles will get through, but 6 to 8 being shot at this guy, we just saw that he shot down all of them, so have to use more, or yeah, I don't know. We got lucky that the New Jersey was able to close and fire off 16 inches and finish the Severny up pretty easily. That was pretty cool. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.